thing, I mean, they're going to have to just hand it over.
They're going to have to.
Because Virginia Giuffre's book came out.
Mm-hmm.
She mentions all of these people: billionaire 1, billionaire 2, billionaire 3, and senators and prime ministers, not just Israel. Look, I always focus on Israel, bashing Israel. No, multiple countries were involved. Tony Blair from Britain, this modeling agency out of France where the guy just killed himself. Many countries. I don't think it was just Israel. If anything, it's looking like our very own FBI. I want to go around and rape kids and blackmail people, and the FBI turned a blind eye because he was following the money and he was compromising people. So if anything, it looks like the FBI. And it was, in fact, the FBI that gave a sweetheart deal and said, yeah, free meat. Go ahead and rape as many kids as you like because it benefits us. And that, I want our intelligence agencies foot to the fire. I want them in front of the Senate. I want all of them held accountable for what happened with Epstein. And if they're covering and they're protecting 47, I want them dragged through the coals for it.
Yeah. I find Mike Johnson deplorable.
You work for us.
Yeah, exactly.
And
exactly.
You just did nothing. Just continue to be a peasant and throw money at you. What the hell is this? This is our frickin' country.
Exactly. Well, one of the reasons for not reconvening is because that congresswoman from Arizona has not been sworn in yet, and she's already said that she's going to be the 218th vote, which they need to release the Epstein files. And I mean, it's just absurd. 4 weeks, and she has not been sworn in yet. And it's my understanding that the Attorney General of Arizona right now is suing for her to be sworn in.
Let's go ahead and take a look at that. I just want to see what's going to happen with Epstein and this whole release of the files and all this crazy crap. You know who they're really protecting? The FBI. I pay taxes. I give you money. What am I? Just screw off and keep giving me your money. No, you're going to do your freaking job, and your job is to protect the American people, and that includes kids like, may she rest in peace, Virginia Giuffre. Nobody's kid. She was our kid. She was a U.S. citizen. Pricks. I'm sorry. I'm so angry about this. My blood boils when I think of this.
Yeah, it's beyond disgusting.
Every single federal officer that took an oath, our Constitution, to protect us, and you just fed those kids to a bunch of parasites because they had money. I'm disgusted with my country. That's how we should be feeling. You're damn right. I want them all drugged before the Senate. I want their feet against the fire. And every senator and every person throughout the world who participated, shame them and drag them out.
Yeah.
I want us angry. I want America angry. I want us marching on D.C. I want us to take our country back. It's like, I'm so angry about this. I don't know, Chuck.
It's justifiable anger. It's what many of us are feeling.
Let's throw and see what the consequences are of this Epstein file release. I'm just...
Oh, my last card. Well, it is going to happen. It is going to happen. I feel that strongly. And there is tremendous shame as the truth comes to light. There is going to be discipline. And then I had the death card. A lot of people. This does not mean a literal physical death. It just means death of a lot of careers.
I first thought it was suicide. If I was exposed...
Well, that's possible. I didn't think about that, Whimsy. You're right. You're absolutely right. But yeah, I got the death card as my last card. And discipline and death as the truth comes out with all the shame.
Well, this is why Acosta lost his job, right?
Yeah.
The guy that was the transportation secretary for Trump under his first administration was also the guy that did the sweetheart deal. Hey, you all raped and beat kids up. Hey, here's $200. Stay out of jail.
Yeah.
So everybody needs to be exposed.
Yeah.
we're all focusing on Trump, and we think, oh, it's
Oh,
not
it's
coming
not just
out
Trump.
because of Trump.
No, we know
It,
that already.
what,
And people around the world. A
one of
lot
the
of people are going
victims
to be brought down.
one of the victims was on Midas Touch, and she said, I saw one of those people on the island. She didn't mention who, but she's like, I saw him on the island. Him, wink, wink, him. I
Uh-huh.
saw somebody really important when I was there getting
Yeah.
raped. She didn't know she was going to be raped. She thought she was just going for a fun weekend with some friends. She was on a modeling job at another location, and
How
they all
old was
got
she? How old?
20. She was a 20-year-old model with, I don't
Yeah.
know which agency she was with, having the time of her life.
Yeah.
Let's go meet this millionaire. She thought she was going to go meet some eccentric, maybe have some fun. He showed some genuine interest in her.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's like pushing her to give a massage. She's in a room and she's getting raped along with some other girl. The point is that I am squarely holding the United States responsible for this. The United States government, the Mossad, and pull this crap. What about the United States government? She was a U.S. citizen, and the FBI fed her to the parasites because it was
Fed her.
fun. They liked it because they liked raping kids. And my FBI, your FBI, that you give money to, and you have no choice. They're going to take your freaking money, and they're telling you to fuck off. It's pardon my French, to frick off, and that you don't have a right to have the names that they covered up so that they could, because they don't give a crap about you, because they don't give a crap about foster kids
No.
like Virginia Giuffre. She's nothing. She's garbage. She's just a piece of garbage, which is exactly what Ghislaine Maxwell said. She's trash.
Mm-hmm.
No more king. This is the freaking United States of America. We're supposed to be fighting against kings. What is this crap? You're going to defend a bunch of these magical kings and princes that go and mutilate U.S. citizens? Where's our anger? Hold the fire. Hold their feet to the fire and demand, I shall have justice absolute. I'm in my Queen of Wands mode. The truth's coming out.
Good for you. Good for you.
Deal with the victims, but they talked on Midas Touch to one of the victims, and she said, oh,
Yeah.
the FBI is being really polite. Oh, what happened? Like, you don't freaking know. Oh, you don't say that there was a U.S. senator there. Oh, really? You saw Clinton there? Or, oh, gee, what a surprise. You saw that frickin' writer, what was his name? Alan Dershowitz. What a surprise that he was there. Pretending this passive aggressive behavior by the federal government, like they're pretending, gee, we didn't know. The whole place was bugged. They've got every single photograph. They've got every single tape. They knew everything when they got all these people.
Of course they did. Of course they did.
Nothing is coming out, and the FBI wants to talk to you. And gee, we had no idea. Who knew? Give me a break. Who doesn't want to be exposed? Who's the big expose? It's not Trump. It's not Dershowitz. It's not Clinton. The big expose, America, is your federal government. There's your expose.
Little wonder.
It's the CIA, it's the NSA, and everybody else that thinks that you're not. This is how we lose our country, and this is how we do. I am a freaking U.S. citizen, no kings. We need to get back to what the original concept of this country was, and stop being enamored by wealth and money. One person, one vote. The dreams of John and Abigail Adams. It may have been naive, but we are so far from that vision right now. We are so far from that vision.
You know, the image I was getting as you were speaking, first of all, I love your anger because I think your anger is speaking for many of us, and people are confirming that. But I was just thinking to myself, this is one of the reasons our government has been working so hard to numb us and desensitize us and to get us somehow used to, to atrocities. Because they're the ones,
Who's arch enemy number one? Our government, the FBI. That's the story, America.
Yeah, that's why we're
of course
being
they're going to
gaslighted.
protect Trump, because they're criminals. The FBI are a bunch of criminals. You go on Facebook, how many catfishing scams are there? 1,000 different fake profiles. They don't care about you being defrauded. I mean, they don't care.
No, of course they don't.
They don't care about some old lady being catfished or something like that, or wasting my time with all these fake accounts. It's like, oh my God.
Mm.
You have all this kiss ass. Oh, tell us what happened back in 2016 because we don't know, or 2005, or whenever the hell this happened. This condescending gaslighting and then refusal to hand over documents because it incriminates the FBI. Do you see
Mm-hmm.
it? Do you see what's happening now, people?
Mm-hmm.
Who was aiding and abetting Epstein? Who was hanging out with him in the White House? Clinton and everybody else. So our government doesn't think will kiss our, gaslight us until we love you, babe. Keep paying those taxes. America, USA. But who the hell knows what these people really believe or care about? Just keep feeding them religion. Just keep feeding them religion. They love it. Yeah, Jesus loves you, babe.
Mm-hmm.
Just gaslighting us and doing all these horrible things. It's just really, by the way, the investigation continues. And we will have to, I'm sorry to say, we will have to go against our own intelligence agencies in order to expose it because the expose names the FBI as an accomplice, basically.
Good God. Whimsy, how do we
It's
even
reality.
go about that?
We
Our
need,
own surveillance agencies against the FBI. The FBI is so powerful.
this is not the first time that the FBI has gotten in trouble.
Oh, I know that. If you just read a biography of J. Edgar Hoover, there's all kinds of corruption in the FBI.
What
Going back
happened
decades.
to so many people that ran afoul of the FBI?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm X was not particularly protected. He wasn't given security when he needed it.
No.
When they did everything in their power, they didn't necessarily pull the trigger, but what they did is they denied him basic security so that somebody else would do it. And they did the same thing to
I'm thinking Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King. Yeah.
Yeah.
They wouldn't get him security. He requested it. Just
Yeah.
let nature take its course.
Yeah. And then, of course, I know
By giving him no safety, that's the crime of the FBI.
Yeah.
They just let nature take its course.
Yeah.
Pricks. I'm sorry.
No, it's justifiable what you're saying.
I think we have got to drag the FBI. I've been saying it for years that our intelligence agencies are 100% responsible for Trump in the White House and this crazy thing with Epstein. They've been aiding and abetting these criminals for years, and it's ultimately the FBI that is 100% responsible for where we find ourselves right now.
Yeah. Well, I know in J. Edgar Hoover's time, it was said that he was more powerful than the President of the United States. He just had dirt on seemingly anyone of importance. Okay, Joel Tilson is asking, is the Epstein files the reason for the budget shutdown?
Sure, because the FBI will be incriminated when all the facts come out.
Oh my God.
What are we going to do with this information, people? How are we going to wrap our heads around that?
I know. I was just thinking the same thing. We have already been so assaulted and hit over the head day after day after day with the monumental atrocities. Just this week, the East Wing of the White House being wrecking balled and so forth. And now this, it's like, can we even humanly process all of this? And how is it going to be dealt with?
I think
this is going to bring the United States to its knees, it sounds like.
But don't you think that every country has corruption in it and that this
is
the healing for all of us? We, the American people, must accept the fact that our children have fallen through the cracks, that public education is crap, and that the very government that should be protecting us is instead aiding and abetting a bunch of aristocrats who are mutilating and raping your kids.
Yep.
That's objective reality. And so now that we have that objective reality, what are we going to do with it?
That is a good question, Whimsy. That's what I'm even pondering right now. What do you have an opinion on what we're going to do with this?
I think that this is a time of sanitation.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Acosta being exposed and Epstein being exposed is because we're in a time when all the secrets are coming out. I think Andrew's days are numbered. I think could
He's going
face
to be in
criminal
exile.
prosecute. Yeah, but not
Yeah.
just him. I mean,
I saw a thing today
it's
that,
so horrible and so I expose everybody.
yeah,
Expose everybody in Israel. Expose everybody. It's not like as an Israeli, I'm like, oh, protect the Israelis. No. If crap is going on in Israel as an Israeli, I'm drag them through the Knesset.
hmm,
I believe in right and wrong,
yeah,
and if you think somebody else's kid is inferior or whatever because they're not part of your station or your group, then you're a parasite who doesn't belong in politics. You belong in a prison cell.
yeah. It's like
And
what
if
we,
you're a government employee that's propping this up, you belong in prison too. You certainly don't belong having a job at the FBI.
mhm. It sounds like what we've talked about, Shiva the Destroyer. It all has to be broken and destroyed, almost like a metaphor with the White House is just filled with metaphors right now. The wrecking ball being destroyed and all. It's like this has to be done so we can rebuild anew and hopefully better. But I was just going to say before you made your comment that it was in the news today that Prince Andrew, may be forced to vacate what they call the quote unquote lodge, on the grounds of Windsor Castle. That's why I feel like he and Sarah Ferguson are both probably going to have to go into
Oh,
exile.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you were saying you feel there's going to be convictions.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think they're talking about people genuinely going to prison
yeah.
because it wasn't just what he did with Virginia Giuffre, it was what he witnessed and then he did not report. That in and of itself is a crime. He's in a lot of trouble.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a big deal to be asked to relinquish your titles. Think about how that's rarely been done in the
I
royal
had a
family.
vision of him, he had all of those medals that he literally will have to return his medals.
Wouldn't be surprised by that.
But
And
you know what? He's a child. He's a child with 72 teddy bears or whatever on
mhm,
his bed.
I
This is
think
a
something like that.
this is a child who's incapable of caring for himself, and he can't even handle having a stiffy on for more than 5 minutes without having some person there to use. This
Hmm.
that if you're that spoiled that all of his needs, then why are you surprised that as soon as he gets sexually aroused, bring her in here so I can dump it?
Hmm.
Like the people that have come forward talking about Andrew, the Secret Service, say that he is a hideous human being.
I'm not surprised by that. But we're talking about people in the royal family. You were addressing this on your show the other day, how Prince Charles apparently does not even know how to put toothpaste on his toothbrush, or I read somewhere he has to have somebody to tie his shoes for him because that's been done for him since he was a little child.
Yeah,
They,
see, those
yeah,
days are gone.